back to Tracas of Crisia. Last time you managed to arrive in Velkovi, the big city of North Valley, where you went to the Tracker Emporium, just had a look around, got some useful information from Gerva, the sweaty, muscularly, mostly naked half-orc. And you then went to sort of the information kiosk to just find out where everything was in town. And then sort of where we finished, I think you were basically planning on resting for the night, potentially either in the fancy place or the very much not fancy place. And that's pretty much where we left off, so over to you guys. What would you like to do?
I will slum it if everybody wants to slum it, but I'm just going to say we could really enjoy our lives for a little bit of time. I just want to put that out there.
We could, if we want to walk the rest of the way. As either horse some of the way and get there, or we have a bit of fun tonight and then walk the rest of the way. Which, I don't know about you. I'm open to the vote.
There are probably better things to spend the money on than a slightly softer bed.
I don't think you have known the comfort of a slightly softer bed.
No, I don't normally do.
Fine, we will save the luxury for when we can afford it more. But I just want to put this out there. It is definitely worth the money.
Okay, how about this, Sebastian? You take the fancy place, and then you walk the rest of the way while we get the horse.
I thought I was the one up fronting the cost of the horses.
You have the money to pay for all the horses.
Possibly.
There's only one horse, right? And then the cart.
2 horses and a cart, which is the deposit is 100 gold, which you can get back. You only have to pay money for like each day you use it.
I have that kind of money.
How?
I am an entertainer. What do you think?
You're not entertaining.
Oh, it's so cold. I just want to.
Can you take a D100 of psychic damage?
Yeah.
He actually takes that very well.
I thought Sebastian had vicious mockery.
Just looks at Hrugguhl and is just like,
Obviously, mi amigo, you have no taste. But that is okay. I will teach you some.
I mean, I don't know. He was a pretty entertaining bait before that spider creature.
You make an excellent point.
Do you want me to pay the bill or not?
Didn't I just compliment you?
Apologies, Thordas. I was expecting some kind of sarcasm. But you're right. You did compliment me. Thank you.
I'm looking over Thordas, trying to tell if he realizes what he's just done.
Thordas is just casual as. He's telling the truth. He thought, okay, yeah, he was a pretty entertaining bait. I guess it's like that's what you mean by entertainment, right? Not like singing or musical instruments or whatever other civilized mumbo jumbo there is.
Let's just go to the cheap place when we rank 1 or top of the pile. Maybe then, or even along the way, we can splash out for a bit more of upfront cost. But
Mi amigo, rank 10. Come on.
we'll see how much our coffers feel by then.
See.
Do you guys plan on eating anything, or are you just going to go straight to bed?
I've got food and well, Astra doesn't need to technically, so it's a different ball game for the rest.
Oh boy. Thordas is mighty hungry.
If we see,
I think Thordas would want something to eat desperately, and he will know that he will have to go to the cheap place to get.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for something inexpensive as we head down.
Yeah, or it's food stalls as well, instead of just having to go to the inn.
No, not really. No, it's mostly the pubs, because there's no real most people just kind of eat at home generally, It's more for people that maybe are like the pubs are mostly used by people that are out of town. You know, traveling merchants. You know, people who don't have residence here. The people that actually do live in a settlement don't generally eat out.
Well, with slim pickings, there's no wonder.
Yeah, well, that's part of the reason, yes.
Didn't we want to hit the bank?
You could. They are 24/7. They are open all night. I just will obviously bear in mind that you've been traveling all day, because you set off this morning. You were still on the road, so
I've been riding Thordas' shoulder,
Yeah.
actually, so I
True.
was fit as a fiddle.
yeah. But yeah, just want to remind of that. But yeah, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You can do the bank, which you are in the area for the bank, because the bank's in the center of town. It's where? Which building should we? We'll say it's somewhere probably here. This one just above you, because you were here for the little information kiosk, so sort of to the west of the central area, and about north of the central area is the bank. So you are like literally kind of next to it. So you could sort that out now, but we'll wait until morning. It's up to you.
If
Do we
sort
want to
that
do this?
out-
Oh,
Carry
go
on.
ahead. I was just gonna say, do we want to do this tomorrow, or do we feel like doing it now?
I mean, we're right here. Might as well do that. Get some food, and get some sleep, and get ready for the journey tomorrow.
It's a bright idea, Thordas. Let's go for it.
So yeah, you're going to the bank. It's a pretty your bog standard affair. There's nothing fancy about it. There's a sort of empty room with kiosks at the end with fashioned lines for people to queue up. At this time, not many people are here, so you can pretty much go all the way to the front without much of an issue. So you can go there. There'll be a male human behind the desk. Yes. Can I help you with something?
I nudge Astra in the knee.
Sorry. Yes. We are the Seeds of Crisia, the tracker group, and we need to register a bank account and of some such.
I see. Yes. Okay. Seeds of Crisia. Which guild are you part of?
The Hammer Thunder.
Yes. Okay. And he sort of goes through a few things, makes some calls, and goes, yes. You've set up on a team account, as it were.
That's correct.
And I can see that you've got 10 gold in that account already. Who is going to be able to withdraw funds from this account?
All of us are.
All of you? Very well. And then they pull out this sort of black stone, almost tablet, as it were. Well, then can each of you please put your palm on this, one by one, obviously. And I think
Does it matter which palm or?
No, as long as it's consistent. That's the one you're going to have to use.
Okay.
And you'll need to scan your you have to lift it up and scan your eye as well. Just just so that nobody severs your hand or what have you, or you're dead or whatever. It's a safety thing.
That is a very bleak view.
You'd be surprised how many people have either dragged a corpse or otherwise done something untowards. The way that these are set up is that it will sense that you are alive because there's blood or what have you running through your hand, and obviously there you are, by scanning your eyes as well. So you can't just sever a hand and pump blood into it. You have to have both components. Or in the case if you don't have a hand, you can use a different part of you. Some people have feet on here.
Sebastian starts stroking his face, thinking about this, begins to take a boot off.
Nobody's going to think to take off my leg.
You're gonna have to use that every time we pay for something, though.
Yes, you would. You would have to take then your feet out every time.
This is a fair point.
Question. Do I have a tail? Can't remember if we discussed this or not.
I don't think you do.
No, I think you're right.
Because I think, like, as part of your corruption, your tail split into your legs.
Yes. Yeah, no.
So I don't think you have a tail.
Oh, sucks. Right. He's just like,
Fair enough.
and puts his tiny little hand on the black thing.
Okay. So do you all just do that? I assume it's just hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My right hand specifically, if it ever
Okay.
comes up.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, unless you like literally lost a limb, I don't think it would.
It could happen. Just putting
It could
out there.
happen. It could very much happen. So
I think
You know.
Thordas does it, but every time he goes to pay for something, he can't remember which hand he put it on, so he just sort of just 50-50s it to the point where it's like, okay, it's like,
no, that's fine. And then he'll go, yep, all set up. You have access to your bank account. Do any of you need personal accounts or want personal accounts?
No, but you can take my. He's got 56 gold on them. You can take this and put it in our account too.
Okay. You can, yeah. If you do that on your sheet, just move the
Yeah.
funds.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
We're all in this together.
Well, I was planning on putting money towards the horse anyway. You can also take.
And he breaks out.
Here we go.
And can I just say, this is in like loose change because this is like what he's been got from busking. So it's literally just like
Yeah.
one gold at a time.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Hang on, hang on,
Fast
hang
forward.
on. She pulls a lever, and a section comes out of the floor below you, and it's basically like a trough. Just put him in here.
I was.
We get a lot of people that do this. We're not going to stand here count. Just put it in there.
Okay.
Tips it out. 142
Get out.
gold.
Oh,
No,
right.
sorry. I forgot what I had on my in my pockets.
You've got to put, yeah,
So that'll be 173 gold.
cool.
Hrugguhl opens the little pouch, looks down at the slightly less than 2 gold, and closes it again.
You spent it. You spent it on your starting equipment. So, you know. Yeah. So yeah, you can add. Yeah, take that away from yours, and you can add it to
Yep.
the team funds then.
Yeah.
172. 73. Sorry.
Yep, added.
Cool.
I was gonna say you're keeping track of the money. I don't have to, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's in-
keeping
it's
track of the money.
It's part of Astra's. Astra's got the thing.
I've got the team funds.
I mean, if you're not going to have your own bank account, then I can kind of delete your. But I'll do that later. Your personal one, because you've all got that on your sheets as like a personal thing. Is anyone else going to have a personal? Is anyone going to have a personal thing? No. I mean, Agata's not going to give up any of her cash, and she's already got a personal account which she's keeping.
That's
I'm
fine.
going to literally like when they mentioned that we've all got like access to the main account. I'm just going to look at Agata, just going to gently go up to her, whisper,
If you take any of the money for booze, I
For
will
the
be
good of the
angry,
team,
and I will be disappointed.
I do my best work. Under, once I've had a few.
And we will discuss how many we have and bring with us. But if you are to take it without asking anyone, I will be cross, and I will be disappointed in you.
I'll think about it.
And I will not help you in your endeavors.
and that's the part he whispers.
Sport.
I think Thordas is just keeping his pouch of like 20-something gold he has on him. I think it's 21 gold. He's keeping it with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's always worth having a bit of pocket money, just in case. I mean, most establishments will take goldless payments anyway. It's more like demon folk settlements that obviously they don't, so you would need it for stuff like that. Or who knows, any other particular situation where you might need to flick some coins for, I don't know, distractions or what have you. So it's always good to have some, but because obviously this is not physical money now. When you putting it in your account, it just won't be actually physical money. But, okay.
Yeah, Sebastian doesn't think like that kind of thing ahead. He's just emptied his pockets.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Astra doesn't. It's very, very few times Astra has needed coins, so
Yeah, not a problem. Not.
Sebastian's just confident he'll be able to earn more busking.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. Okay. Is that all I can help you with today?
looks around.
Fantastic.
See,
Well, thank you for your patronage. Have a nice evening.
And you. Thank you, sir.
gracias. And remember the name, Seeds of Crisia.
Sure.
He probably just has a genuine smile on his face, feeling like he's just done a good job.
All right, let's go get some food for you guys.
Okay.
Just after we leave, there's just one more thing I need to sort out. You guys go on ahead. I'll catch up with you at the food place. I run back in. I go to the counter.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, are you just gonna carry on without him, or what's the rest
We'll
of the
wait.
team gonna do?
We'll wait.
You'll
We'll
wait.
wait.
I was
We'll
gonna
wait
say,
outside. We'll give him his
With-
privacy, but we wait outside.
With a city like this, I would not feel comfortable leaving him completely alone.
Absolutely.
Do you want to RP your visit or not?
I think you know it.
I know what you want to do. I'm happy just
Yeah.
to say yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll
Yeah.
go with yes in that case.
Okay. Fine. Yes.
Okay.
Add 2 more gold to that.
I come back out.
Cool.
All good?
Thank you for waiting. Let's get going.
All right, let's
De
go.
nada.
So which pub are you going to go to? Are you going to go to the fancy pub or the not so fancy pub? Okay.
Through gritted teeth, the not so fancy pub.
Okay. So I will just remind you, because obviously it's been a while, but that is the fire pit, is the not fancy place. So which is over here. Takes you a while going through streets and going left and right and what have you, but you've got someone I'm sure that can navigate well to get you there eventually. And you turn up.
The signs in the streets to go. Fire pit this way.
Yeah, there'll be. Yeah, I'll say there's probably like some signage, not loads, but there is. Yeah. But you get there fine. And you get there. Looks a bit of a dingy place, with just the sign saying fire pit. Inside. So, as you go in, you'll notice that this place has got a similar Smith Zone effect going on. So some of your weapons kind of like phase a little bit. So you can still grab them and you kind of can still grab them, but they don't. It just doesn't. They just kind of flicker, kind of thing. If that makes sense. Phase out.
Very strange.
Glitched our weapons.
So your weapons are there. They still like move with you, but you just wouldn't be able to like use them. But they are still there.
It's like they're fastened clamped to their holster kind of thing.
Yeah, they're still like there. So, and like if you've got a sword in a scabbard, the scabbard is fine. It's just the weapon that's not.
Cool.
Similarly with your spellcasting foci, whatever focus is, they similarly fizzle.
Can I still play an instrument? Because my instruments are my focus.
Yeah, I guess it's intent, because that's how this thing works. It works based on intent.
Suppose
so-
I'm not doing the verbal semantic or.
Yeah,
Have a
so
fuck
if
around
you're just playing it, like I would say, because you are probably more combat, or used to combat, or using it in combat than you are necessarily playing it, it would initially phase out. But if you were going to go use it just to play, it probably would phase back in,
Okay, cool.
because it senses intent.
I stand behind Sebastian as we walk. I just try and I'm just playing with one of my daggers in my hand. I just gently am just slowly pushing it towards Sebastian's back. What happens?
It phases through him.
Okay.
I have
I
that
put it
funny
back.
feeling, like someone is tickling me.
Yeah, nothing. You're just not able to hurt him.
Okay, I'm not trying to hurt him, to be clear.
No, but
I'm
no,
just
but obviously
gently
it's
You're
pushing
just
it.
testing the theory on me. No, that's
yeah.
fine.
it's fine. But yeah, no, yeah, exactly. What if it was like, yeah, you actually hurt him, but no, because it reads. You know this as a weapon. You see
Yeah,
this
fair.
as a weapon. You think of it as a weapon. You are now pushing it towards it's the Smith's own algorithm is very complicated. It's why it was named after the person who invented it. So, yeah. So yeah, you go into this place. Now, this place.
What about knife and forks? Do they phase in and out? Because they
because
could be
they're not-
weapons as
They
well.
could be weapons, but people don't see them as weapons. But if you try to use one as a weapon with the intent of hurting someone, it would phase.
Basically, don't start getting any smart ideas about improvised weapons, people. We all know
Basically,
who's out there.
yeah. So but it's basically the way it would end up working is if you are going to roll an attack roll, it phases out.
That's fair.
So
That's cool.
What about bardic inspiration? Does that still work?
this is why I was asking before, like if it's a magical thing, because I'm not sure what the context of it is.
It is somewhat magical, but I think bardic
'Cause
inspiration
magic it
can
blocks, so
happen
if
in an anti-magic field. So
because this is a bit more than an anti-magic field, because it's the Gaff equation and stuff, which I'm not going to talk about, obviously, but it is more powerful than an anti-magic field. So basically, if the way I would probably go with it, if your ability says it magically does something, it would just not happen. If bardic inspiration, it doesn't say magically, I would allow it to take effect if it was something like an ability check, but not
Supernaturally
if it
is
was
the
going to
word.
be added. Not if it but so basically you could give it to somebody, they cannot use it for an attack roll or a save, but they could
the
for an ability
the
check.
word in bardic inspiration is you can supernaturally inspire others through words. So whether that
Don't even.
I've given you a whole new concept there.
Yeah, supernaturally.
Ghosts.
Yeah. So I think we'll say if people can add it to checks, but not like attack rolls or saves, because those are generally combat based.
Yeah.
We'll test it.
Well, case by case basis.
We'll test
And
and
I
find out.
guess, yeah.
Because again, it's
so
all based
like-
on. Remember, it's all based on intent, right? If you're gonna use it and you know it's to cheat somebody, like say at cards or whatever, then it probably wouldn't work. But if you were gonna use it to help stack chairs away, then it's probably fine.
If I do prestidigitation to clean myself up, that's
Which
okay.
doesn't work. But that's a spell, so it doesn't work.
Good to know.
It's a case by case basis.
Also, I
But
think-
yeah. Anyway, well, it's actually funny that you mentioned that, because what this place is like. You're probably definitely
no.
So you walk into this place and it does not look like a pub that you're used to. So normally when you go into it, when you think about a pub, you think about round wooden tables, stools around it, and things like that. This place has no furniture. The floor is just a big ash everywhere. The floor is just ash everywhere. And there's no furniture. Basically what they've got instead is a collection of sort of campfires around the room. Kind of like, when you go out camping. And what you can see is like basically a lot of the customers, they have their sort of food and drinks sitting beside one of the campfires. But they don't have logs. So they just sit in the ash next to one of these fires, eating and drinking.
Mi amigos, I do not like this.
This place has a quality of
not
poor.
to like about this place.
How is this any different from when we were on the road? It's quite homely, actually. It reminds us
This is literally like home.
this is down the road. It's a bit
Let's try the drinks first.
dustier, maybe, but it's just like on the road.
I could clean myself on the road. I cannot clean myself in here.
You can stand outside and clean yourself.
Come back in. Yeah.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
You haven't even sat down yet. yeah. You will see there is a counter with a male half-orc standing behind it, seemingly there to take your orders.
I've got stuff to consume at this place of business.
Yes,
What would you recommend?
the meat and the bread. We do nice booze. If you're not fussy.
And how much would that set us back?
The food, for like a meal, would be 1 silver and 1 copper each. The drinks will set you back 6 copper.
Is that per drink, or is that
Yes.
it's a price of drink?
I do not for the what I just look at Astra. I do not need a drink. I'm fine.
About three drinks and 4 foods.
3 drinks and 4 foods. Okay. So that is going to be what we got. So that's 3 silver,
I'll throw in 2 silver.
6, 12, 18,
Just gonna use the gold as payment.
21,
Oh, let's go.
21 copper. So that's 5. That'd be 5 silver and 1 copper.
Alright, you take
I'll throw
gold
2 in.
as payment.
Yes. Yes,
Alright.
we do.
Here you go. Was it
Excellent.
6 gold and
5 silver,
5?
1 copper,
5,
I think.
1
Right.
copper.
Well, how much food? Was it 4 foods?
4 foods, 3 drinks.
Okay.
3 drinks.
Sorry, hang on. I miscounted.
Because Astra
6
doesn't need
silver,
either.
6, yep. 6 silver, 2 copper, basically. You need to take from that.
Okay. Remove.
But anyway, so yeah, you go take a seat and he'll come out.
I just stay behind for a minute, like I'm gonna regret this. Look at him. I'm just like,
My friend, such a fine establishment. Do you perhaps have a blanket?
There's fire. Why would you wouldn't need a blanket to stay warm. There's
It's,
fire.
It is more something just to sit on, perhaps.
Wow. You're wearing clothes? Isn't that like sitting on a cloth?
Astra, you can, Sebastian, you can come sit on my satchel. Let's come on.
Okay,
We got blankets amongst us. Let's go.
muchas gracias.
Thordas is going. He is the most comfortable he has ever been inside this goddamn place.
Yeah?
I take my rucksack and I just put it down and I perch on it.
Well, Astra lays out their blanket because they don't really use it that much anyway. So it's like, there you go.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Cool. Yeah, the food comes out. It's not great. It probably borderlines. There's all you can eat places. Like it's
Is
serviceable.
it warm?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's warm.
Make it warm. There's a fire.
Yeah, no, it's warm. It's cooked. Like it's not. They're not going to feed you anything raw. It's still like a legal establishment. It can't. It has to. There's a certain standard of food that it's got to cater to. But it's still not great food. I know they can't process food here, but if it was it's like processed meat quality of spam, it's not nice.
And I don't knock spam. Okay.
To be fair, I like spam as well. I like spam as well, but it's probably like loaded with salt. This stuff just to make it taste anything decent. A diabetic's nightmare.
Thordas is just going to town. He doesn't care. Food's food.
Yeah. And like I said, the what I don't know, depending on what you ordered, but if anyone ordered alcohol, it's not. It's terrible. It's like weak ass water, water with a side of alcohol. It's not nice.
You seem to be taking from your flask more than the glass.
Oh, she's actually pouring a bit of a hip flask into the tankard, just to swashing it, just so it's serviceable.
Hrugguhl puts his glass towards him. I've got any spare.
She'll pour some into yours as well.
Thank you.
I look forward. Sorry. I look forward to some of the other better places. Should have just gone to the other one.
There's everyone there complaining about the booze, complaining about the food, or Thordas is just there, just like nom 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 nom, glug 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 glug, just going to town on the place.
Pale ale. I let down it.
Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah. There'll be no nothing will happen. So you're free
I
to eat.
pass my leftovers over to Thordas, of which there are plenty.
Thordas will happily eat it.
I'll pull my cards out and see if I can intrigue anybody in a little game around.
Why not?
See, why not?
Do you want to just roll a? We can do a quick thing. Just roll a D100. Let's see who wins. For anyone who's playing, actually, Agata will. She'll
37.
partake.
I got 1.
Wow. So she got.
Holy shit.
Agata got 13.
I got a bad hand, 19.
So yeah, Astra wins.
37.
I have a screenshot of that. That's amazing. 1.
Well played.
I'm a fast learner. I guess.
Card counter.
No. That was my cousin.
Wow.
I'm Astra.
Hey, amigo, I didn't know you had any family. Please tell us of your humble beginnings.
Well, it all started when a machine drill bit met a piece of material and
That's awesome.
Birds and the bees, machine life.
and formed and fastens
Not gonna leave that
two pieces together, and then you use some heat and a little bit of friction, and you get some welding together, and they're together forever.
And a little bit of magic happens, and
Yeah.
life is created.
And sometimes you just get your legs cut out from under you, and you're stuck still for a few hundred years, or a year, 100 years or so, and luckily wood came into effect instead.
I think it's one of the few times Thordas just stops eating and just like stares for like a solid 30 seconds at Astra before he just goes back to eating.
Do you have a big family?
Oh, there's probably a few thousand, a few hundred, tens of thousands maybe, still around in some way, shape, or form.
Because of the way you described it, I think Sebastian's going through his brain and it's just like, okay, then he's gonna ask. He's just gonna ask.
You remember when you were made?
No. I know how I was made. I don't remember being made.
That makes far more sense.
It's like how you know reproduction works. You know?
When
Well,
you're
this-
older, boy, someone will tell you.
I know.
This is how production works. Reproduction is what you go through, and production is what I went through.
Great overlords,
Can
that
you
is.
please not talk about this while I'm trying to eat? It's disturbing.
It's okay, Thordas. We shall end this conversation immediately. Right, Tiki.
2025, learn about robot productions. Let's go.
Chicka chicka wow.
Wasn't on my bingo card, but that's my free space.
All right. So yeah, what's it? The next going to the inn next?
Rogue will get another drink, but then yeah.
I'm just going up to the person at the bar. I'm just gonna say,
Look, I don't want to tell you how to run a business. I'm just putting this out there. You know, I think you could get a lot more customers if you put something out like cushions, or like maybe some kind of comfort, just to make your area just a little bit more appealing.
So he looks at you. He looks at your tracker insignia, and he goes, somehow I don't think you're gonna be around long enough to really care about stuff like that.
That is very helpful. And I will come back in many moons and show you I am still alive.
And I still won't have cushions.
What is your name?
Sakran.
Well, Sakran. I will be back. Mark me.
I'll be back with cushions.
Yeah.
I will as well. I'm going to buy this man a bunch of cushions.
You gotta come back and buy the establishment.
Could you imagine?
You said I would die. I am alive. Here are your cushions.
It's fine.
My name is Sebastian with a long ass surname, prepared to be brought.
My name is Sebastian Snake,
Okay,
and I will be back.
sure.
Remember the name of Seeds of Crisia. We shall be great, and you will know us.
Okay. Are you ordering anything
I need the
else?
spelling of his name, please. This is serious business.
No, that's fine. You've got his notes. I've
Oh,
added
brilliant.
it in the journal. You've got the owner access to the notes. But yeah, it's Sakran. But yeah, you'll find it in the journal. So you're going to go to the less fancy inn, I take it.
The finest that cheap will get us.
Finest cheap place.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So that will be, and you're all going there, right? Or is Sebastian going to go to the fancy one?
After, I think he's going to go first to see what it's like, but there's definitely part of him thinking, fuck this, I'm going to the nice place.
Oh yeah. Well, considering what this place is like, I can see you moving over to the other one. But we'll see. Okay.
It's a shame you just put all of your money into the group funds, isn't it?
You've no idea.
So you come to this place. Somehow it's even worse than the pub. You look at it and it's just like everything is covered in dust, dirt. The wood is rotten. It's actually gotten to the point that you actually wonder how the building is still upright.
But just like one nail that you take out and it just goes.
It almost feels like Jenga tower-esque, you know, like a strong breeze would probably knock this thing down. But you can go in. Place is called Best Beds.
It's called
the
Best
D-
Beds. How bad can
the
it be?
The D is a bit fallen down.
I feel like it could be a bit
but-
bad. It could be a bit terrible.
It's got Best
Yeah.
in the title. It can't be that bad.
Astra, you need to learn something about salesmanship. This is mostly lies.
Mostly, it is. But yeah, if you enter, you'll see a red dragonborn behind the counter.
Can I prestidigitation myself in here, or is the Smithsonian going in here as well?
It's going in here as well.
Right, I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm walking out. I'm cleaning myself off. Taking a deep breath, stepping back in.
So okay, so you're going out and coming back into this place.
I'm going out, taking a deep breath.
Okay.
Setting myself ready. Going back.
The red dragonborn will greet you. Welcome. I'm Valarasim. You're the owner of this fine establishment. Can I get you some rooms?
Sure. Why not? Do you have a room that fits us all in together?
Sure.
My
How
God.
how cozy do you want to get?
What about you guys? I'm happy shoulder to shoulder. Well, I love being cozy with you guys. What about you folks? Well,
I think it would probably be appropriate that we at least have a small bit of space between us. Just to be able to, comfortably sleep.
You want 2
I
rooms?
know you
then?
don't have this issue, Astra, but the rest of us.
If you want space between you, I would suggest 2 rooms.
oh, fine. 2 of your
'Cause, like, one
finest rooms.
One room's like a doubling up kind of ordeal.
I want a bug.
Oh, there's no bunks.
No.
2 of your finest rooms, please.
Excellent. Excellent.
How
That'll be
often do
six-
your rooms get cleaned? I'm just curious.
That'll be 6 silver and 6 copper, please.
Oh,
Thank you very much for your patronage.
That's all right. Come
How
back
is that
anytime.
almost the same price as food?
Because you're here longer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was saying, like, how are you cheaper? That you're almost as cheap as food.
Don't
Speaking
question
of,
it. Shush,
as
shush,
they
shush,
are
shush,
almost
shush.
as cheap as food.
No, don't question it. This is a fine establishment. Of course, you.
I'm about to pay the man. Speak now, forever stay here from that.
Just pay the man. Pay the man.
Okay,
Pay
pay.
him.
I'm paying. Paid.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can. He'll give you keys to rooms with numbers on them. You can be 7 and 8.
Sure.
No,
And
who's
yeah.
gonna bunk with who?
I'll take the robot. I'm sorry, no, she wouldn't say that. I'll bunk with Astra.
Okay.
You know, ladies
Sure.
gotta have some privacy, right?
Oh, that means I'll be with
Thordas. Fucking Hrugguhl. I've never felt so small.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you enter your rooms, basically it's one double bed.
Oh,
So you can decide what your sleeping arrangements are.
Hrugguhl's going to immediately go to the base of the not the top, the base of the bed, the lower bed.
Oh, what on
Oh,
the
as
bed?
in the-
or
Oh,
Like
what-
the
sorry,
bottom of
double
the
bed.
bed.
Oh, sorry.
it's a
I
double
thought you
bed, not a
meant
bunk bed. It's a double bed,
How
Hrugguhl
big
gets on one
is
side.
the bed?
about the size of a double bed. So
What
two
the-
two adults would fit in that bed.
Hrugguhl's already laid down on one side.
How tall is Hrugguhl?
Good question.
Because I know my fucking feet will be dangling off the edge of the
I mean,
bed.
based
7
on
foot
your height,
1.
your knee, you're like from the knee, your whole like from the knee is like probably like you know.
Yeah, 7'1". He's lanky.
So we'll both be hanging off the edge.
I look at this situation unfolding in front of me, and I leave. I just knock on the door for the other guys, and I just pop my head in and just say,
I am going to the other establishment. Just going to find out the price, and then I will return.
Okay. Wait, actually, Sebastian, I'll go with you.
Gracias,
It's
amigo.
a chill night. We'll leave Agata to their peace.
It seems wise.
and then I just pop my head in to those two, figuring out the sleeping arrangements.
Sleep wherever you like. I will be staying somewhere else. Good night.
You can see Hrugguhl actually looks a little sad.
Oh,
Aw.
You don't know why.
murdered in my sleep. Right.
Right. So Astra and
Sebastian.
Sebastian, both of you are going to go to the other one.
Yeah.
So this other place, Silver Lining. So by comparison, especially, but this place is incredibly fancy. Like all the wood paneling is all decorated with gold leaves, silver piping. Everything is immaculately clean. There's even like a little violin playing in the background with soft, calming
There is
music.
even music.
Yep. There's even in the main lobby. There's even a small fountain. Lovely.
I could cry.
Yeah, spaces. And then you have behind the counter, you have a female elf.
I feel
All dressed
itchy. I
very
don't know what
lovely.
it is.
This is what we deserve.
It feels strange, Sebastian.
Strange how? Every person deserves luxury at least once in their life. Balance of scales so that everyone can enjoy it.
I don't know. It feels wrong.
Let us just talk to the lady.
So, the female elf will greet you. Ah, welcome. My name is Celia. How can I help you today?
Well, Celia, we are looking for a place to stay for one night. Could you tell us how much a room would be for, say, 5, including
5?
2 very large people?
Well, how many rooms would you want?
Same room.
If possible.
I don't think you would fit in one room, not comfortably.
2 rooms?
Well, I'll put it this way. Our rooms are 38 gold each. So you can have as many or as little rooms as you would like.
And I lean in.
How many beds are in a room?
You can pick. There's some where you've got a double bed or 2 singles. If your friends don't mind sleeping on the floor, then obviously you can all fit in multiple in the same
Mhm.
room.
This is good to know. 38 gold, you say?
Yes.
Is there any way we could knock anything off that price?
No.
Sebastian, this is a very nice establishment. We don't want to. We would love to come back one day.
I'm simply questioning if I could offer my services to reduce the price.
And I break out my bird flute.
I am a musician. I know you have music in the hallway. Perhaps a different change of music for your guests.
No, thank you. We're very set on our musical choices. Tonight we are having the violin. We'd rather not disturb any of that.
You want to put a person out of their work for the night?
We pay them to be here. I don't think they would appreciate someone encroaching on their art.
Oh, I was thinking more of a duet kind of thing, but fair enough. I understand.
Well, that would have to be
More of an offer.
practiced, and you don't really want to improvise something like that. Our guests wouldn't.
Well,
appreciate
a very established and complimentary musician will be able to improvise quite well. Anyone worth their salt would no doubt be able to do that.
maybe, but again, no, thank you.
Well, Celia, it was very nice to meet you.
And I kind of do a little bow.
My name is Sebastian. This is Astra. We are members of the Seeds of Crisia. You will want to remember that name.
I know. I remember. I've heard it in the news about your team.
The news.
Yes, we Christians, we get the news on a daily basis, and one of the ones that was in there like a couple of days ago was there's a new tracker team made up of a mixture of people.
How carefully does she say that?
There's a pause. There's a pause. There's like a of a mixture of people, and some demon folk, some Warforged, I believe, and a Crisian in there as well, and so we, if someone, for those of us that pay attention to the news, we are aware of your existence, and obviously I can see your tracker emblems, so that all lines up.
Well, gracias, Celia. We shall meet again. But not today, I think.
Sure.
Adios.
Gracias to you as well.
I can imagine we're walking away. Sebastian has a single tear, just knowing that he ain't getting a room here today.
It's 38 gold. You could, if you really want. I mean, because obviously, if it's just you two, you could just get one room before you. So
The minute we get out of there, I'm just going to look at Astra and just say,
Please, for the love of gods,
What was that?
please let me stay in the room with you and Agata. I cannot stay in a room with Hrugguhl and Thordas.
That place
They are
felt
huge.
wrong.
They take up the whole bed. I cannot sleep anywhere.
All right, Sebastian, we'll get your own room. That's fine. We can afford that.
panicking. Full panicking.
As we're sort of there, just like we're like two giant jigsaw puzzles trying to fit on a.
Luckily, I'm quite lanky, so.
I'm just bulked.
Hrugguhl can take up 1/3 of the bed, and you can take up 2/3 of the bed. But the length will be the same.
And to make it even fair, Hrugguhl can have the covers. If there is any.
Are there covers?
Blanket?
Yes, but I think the moths have kind of like had their way with it, you know. So
Oh,
it's
good.
it's covered in holes, you know. So
It's breathable.
Breathable material.
yes, yeah, like a cardigan with extra holes in it. But they tried.
Did they?
Well, you know,
Their best. They tried their best.
exactly. That's best beds. They tried their best to make beds.
We'll get your own room, Sebastian. Don't worry.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Right, but that you gotta admit that felt wrong. It was too clean in there. Like, no, an ancient thing. It's just too organized.
I don't think
gotta-
there was a problem with the cleanness. Cleanness was on point. The attitude, however,
They
filtered
didn't
into
give you a discount.
No, it was too prim and proper. It's a need a little bit of just like chaos in there, and it just didn't, and I don't like that.
Yep, definitely no chaos going on in there.
I understand. I don't mind the lack of chaos. I did mind the way we were looked at.
That's true.
Well, I mean, she wouldn't have looked at you. If anything, it's probably a bit more unnerving because she didn't react to you coming in, like everyone else has been doing.
Yeah.
Like there was no like shock.
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
Obviously, they are probably used to other types of people like myself,
Plenty of trackers probably going there.
but still, it is very odd to go into a place and not be reacted to in a way I have seen.
Well, hopefully we can change the world so that at least you get some kind of common decency thrown your way.
That is the goal. One day.
One day. That we'll go back and get a Sebastian
So that-
their own room.
Get
This
me
is
a
a-
That'll be
room,
another. That'll be 3
please.
silver, 3 copper then to give him his own room. And she'll give you a key. No, he will give you a key with a number 5 on it. And in
When
there
I
there'll
get-
be a double bed.
Yeah, when I get to that bed, I put my bedroll out on top of it,
Probably for the best.
and I lay on that.
Are you all going to sleep?
Before Hrugguhl goes to sleep, he's going to take out a piece of string and a bell and just sort of tie it around the door bit. So if the door were to open, the bell will ring.
No, that's fine. Makes sense. Probably, yeah. That's good. As you're sleeping,
Oh no.
Oh boy.
it's probably quite hard to get to sleep generally. Well, probably for some more than others, because obviously how, like every time you move in the bed, like it creaks pretty loud. Like you kind of wonder if something's about to snap. Like, but you know, fortunately, it does hold.
I'd definitely start playing my bird pipes just to loosen my mood. Trying to get to sleep.
So
Astra goes back. Is back in Agata's room, not
Yeah.
in Sebastian's room.
no, that's fair.
Yes, Sebastian is on his own, vulnerable. Put that out there.
Yeah, yeah. So, in the middle of the night, you hear from outside a massive crash. Like something. Well, like something crashed into the settlement. There was screaming. You hear this massively high-pitched, like, screech, squawk kind of noise coming from outside. What do you do?
Thordas is grabbing his sword and he's booking it.
Yeah, let's check out what's going on.
Didn't even get undressed, bolt upright, run.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter much anyway.
Yeah, I'd say
Hrugguhl takes a breath, a sigh, and then follows after. Thordas.
Okay. So, as you head outside, because obviously the nature of the buildings, you can't see much. I mean, you can see that there is sort of smoke coming from sort of the centerish of the city. You can kind of see some guards running past, obviously armed, running towards the center of town. You can, however, see massive black and blue wings off in the distance, flapping around.
Mi amigos, andale. This is our chance. Come on.
Why is it always in the middle of the night?
Bastion's bolting, like
Okay.
not even thinking about everyone following, just assuming they're going to.
I think that happens, and then Thordas just goes past.
I was gonna say overtakes.
Yeah.
I just put an arm up. Someone,
It's like run, and if I see Sebastian put his arm up, I'll pick him up and place him on my shoulder as I.
I'm sorry, you are just so much faster than I am.
So you reach the middle of town.
Holy shit!
A massive six-winged bird creature seems to have landed in the city, crashed onto the buildings, and is basically wreaking havoc now. Something that's become very apparent very quickly, especially for Hrugguhl and Sebastian. This thing is fine. It's inside the anti-demon shell, and it is fine.
Is it clear that that's still up?
Yes. It's still fine.
Please
It's
come
still
to work.
up. It's in here, and it is not, because obviously when you guys came in, you were very sluggish, lethargic. This thing is going mental. Like it's almost not affected by it. The rest of you, the probably most predominant thing that sort of sticks out to you, obviously apart from this gargantuan sized creature, it is wearing a black and gold mask, which does seem to glow slightly. Now obviously, as you can imagine, there are guards filling this area, and more are sort of trying to join as this is going on. But this thing is swiping through them quite convincingly. What do you do? At the moment, it hasn't seen you because you're kind of like in an alcove. You can see it through the gap in the wall.
Thordas would put Sebastian back down on the ground before he even thinks about joining me.
No, wait.
How far away are we from it?
Let's see.
How many guards roughly are there?
So you're about 100 feet away from it.
Is it flying above
So
us?
at the moment, because obviously the crash had happened and you came out, so it's pretty much currently crashed into the ground. Not like falling, but it's landed with force. So all these buildings underneath it have basically been crushed, including your information kiosk. Has been crushed.
That's good.
Yeah, there's probably a good 12 guards here. You can, as you're sort of paying attention to the guards, you can see that there is one in particular sort of issuing orders. A female dwarf is issuing orders to everybody. She's obviously shouting at people. You can kind of hear her saying, where are the archers? Get the archers here, and they're kind of like, they're in the towers. They're coming as quick as they can, but they've got to get down and through the town. Well, that thing starts flying, we're in trouble. So obviously she's trying to frantically, and things with pikes and spears and stuff are trying to like stop it, but this thing is just like beating them away with its wings and its talons and stuff. Depending on how much you want to pay attention to that specifically. But that's what's happening with the guards.
Mi amigos, it should not be able to survive in the shell. I think I can get it to land, but you have to get me closer to it.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Okay. The thing has started. They should be live, so you can move wherever you want to move to. Where do you want to move to? Well, how close are you getting to it?
I need to get within 60 feet of it.
Okay, so that's not too far then, really, because that's
Thordas is constantly is going to be in front of everybody. He's got to make sure he's in front. So if anything does go, he will be the one that takes the hit.
So here, basically. Or getting closer.
Yeah, Hrugguhl's going to go slightly slower. He'll be towards the back. He's got his bow drawn. He's specifically looking out for if it tries to, like, grab somebody.
Yeah, I mean, Agata will be there. The only difference is Agata won't have her chainmail on. I
'cause
don't
she's
think the
not.
rest... Yeah, because she was sleeping, obviously. I don't think any of the rest of you have that problem, I don't think.
I need to take
I
my
was
leather
so-
armor off.
But what's that? Would you have spent time to put that back on?
No, because it still takes time to put on.
I don't know how much time does it take to put on, because it's different for every weight. Hang on,
Well,
just
I
it's
find-
for
my leather armor?
for Astra, they need to incorporate it within their body, so it takes
Oh,
longer.
fair enough. Yeah, because light armor takes a minute to don normally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have put my leather armor back
Yeah.
on.
I would have put my leather armor back on.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
gonna lie, I'm not even sure he would have taken it off when he was sleeping in that bed.
You have to.
Fair. You kind of have to. But
He would have been
for
dead.
settlements, like, we can discuss it later, but I think for settlements you probably would. When you're out camping in the wild, I would probably say you could probably get away, because you're doing short rest anyway.
Yep.
Get away with, like, keeping some of that stuff on, because you're, like, propping yourself up a tree or whatever, you know. A bit more alert and ready to go, because obviously the very nature of it. But in a settlement, like, I would imagine you are going down to your common clothes and sleeping. So are you going to engage with it? And if you are, how are you going to engage with it? I'm not rolling initiative for this, obviously, because, well, not obviously, but I'm not going to roll initiative. I just want to do a general kind of like, how much effort, and how are you going to do to do something about this?
You should draw it somewhere.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna say to everyone,
I can either get it to land, or I can try get it to leave. What do we think would be better?
Leave. No? Others?
We need
I
to get
think
it to
this
the walls, so at least the archers have time to.
This
I think
thing has
if
somehow
they know
penetrated
what
a
they-
shell. We should
Yeah.
know how it works.
The boy, unfortunately, has a point.
I
As you're
think right now,
strategizing, a guard has now been eaten.
Thordas is going to try and go in and distract it. He's going into a rage. He's going to go start swinging at it to try and get its attention on him.
I'm going to use the spell command on it and tell it to land.
Does that charm it, or what does it do?
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on
Okay.
its next turn.
Okay, I'll yeah, because it doesn't save. Okay, no, that's fine. So that just so let's see. What's its wisdom save, right?
Oh. Could I change it to grovel?
No, land's probably.
Land's probably best, isn't it? Land.
Okay, so you're going to do that. Okay,
Wisdom
Wisdom
save
save.
15.
doesn't work. It resists.
What if I cast Silvery Barbs? Can I do that
Okay.
as a reaction?
No, because you're casting
You can do, because the reaction's not
Yes,
necessarily part of the turn.
good actually. Yes. So you're going to give it
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
It would still not work
Damn it.
because
Of
it
reasons.
can. It's yeah.
Reasons.
I give the advantage to Thordas.
Okay. So
Well,
Thordas,
the-
you're basically trying to get its attention, right?
I'm trying to get its attention. Yeah, I'm slashing at it. I'm hitting it with everything I've got.
Okay, can you roll a strength intimidation, please?
We'll give you a helpful subroutine as well,
Yeah.
After everything I just did, I can't give you a bardic inspiration.
which is a D4.
Oh, wait, no. My bardic inspiration is a bonus action. Can I give him bardic
Yeah,
inspiration?
go for it. I'm kind of being a bit loosey with this one, so it's fine.
With the strength of an ape, I believe you can pull it down.
Okay, so it's pretty much
Just roll
strength
over.
plus proficiency, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because you're not proficient in intimidation,
True. Okay.
so it's just plus 5 to your roll,
So
and
yeah,
plus
I
plus
just rolled
bardic
a
inspiration,
five,
Plus 1d4.
plus guidance. So
Plus
Plus
1d6.
1d4. Oh my gosh. Thing.
Nice.
So plus the d4. Okay, so that is 24 in total.
what are you trying to get it to do? Pay attention to you or flee?
Pay attention to me. I'm the biggest. It might think the little soldiers. No, I'm the biggest threat.
Okay.
Me.
It
I-
is.
Me.
Yeah, it is definitely looking at you, and I'm gonna make it attack you as well.
I'm going to try and basically loose an arrow at our hand if it like goes to grab Thordas in the hope of just sort of making it flinch away. If you see what I'm going for.
So say that again.
I basically, if he goes to grab Thordas, I'm going to try and basically shoot an arrow at his hand to try and basically stop his hand grabbing Thordas. I basically am trying to stun the hand to stop it.
To grab specifically. All right.
Yeah, just to stop him grabbing Thordas.
Okay. So it isn't going to grab you. It's going to smack you with its wing, which deals 6 plus.
Okay, that's a lower number than I was fearing.
So that was you said
13.
plus.
13 damage. You're not resistant to cold or anything, are you?
I am
No.
not. No.
Why are you
So
saying that?
basically,
That would
it
kill me.
beats you with its wing, and as it does it, you feel this like pang of cold as it smacks you.
As a reaction, I am going to use Stone Endurance to try and reduce that
Yep.
damage down.
Yep. So it's 13.
So I reduce it by 5, so that's
8.
And can you do a strength save for me, please?
Again, I'd
strength
still be dead.
save. I get to do it with advantage
Mhm.
because I'm raging. Oh my god. 15.
Oh. Yeah, you're fine.
I was
You
gonna say,
felt
you have
like
bardic
pretty much,
inspiration if you need it.
the impact of it was so severe, it was almost knocked you off your feet, but you got through it. And then
It's just a guttural yell that just echoes around the center.
it swipes at you with a claw, which does 9 slashing damage on you.
Okay, so halved to 4. Is this rounded down?
Yep.
And as it does that, it flies into the air about 30 feet.
Attack of opportunity?
No,
Nope. Okay. Shit.
it moving out of your by flying out of your air range. It doesn't
Oh,
provoke
it's got
opportunity
flyby.
attack.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I should be writing this down.
Can I use my cool whip to whip at it?
Yeah. Are you up in its business as well? Yeah.
Yeah, we're all.
Yeah.
in and
Go
around.
for it.
That's a 20. It was 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Just gonna scratch it.
Yeah, because it is definitely not large or smaller. This thing is gargantuan. You're not
Yeah,
going to put in it.
No, that's fine. That's not the intent. It's that's yes, that's for the what is it, piercing.
Okay, yeah.
Just
No,
to
it takes that. It takes it.
try and again
Um,
keep us focused on us.
Basically, it sees you attacking it. Obviously, sees Thordas, sees the whip, and basically does end up flying away. And it will fly off south, basically. So it disappears, flies away. But at alarming speed, this thing shoots off like a jet.
Hmm.
So after this, as Thordas sort of comes down, and then the pain is just like, he then sort of just like kneels down just to like catch his breath after taking brutal hits.
Damn.
Does anyone look like they're dying around us?
Oh yes, yeah. Some are dead. Some are just like bottom halves, like
Sure.
Among Us style.
Yeah, I'd start tending to the dying.
Hrugguhl's going to run over to someone who's dying and cure wounds them.
Cool, excellent. As you're sort of doing that, the female dwarf, female dwarf, comes over to you. You two are doing that, so she'll go to I guess Thordas. We'll go to Thordas because I think and go to him and go. Ah, thank you. I'm glad there were some trackers here to, help with the situation. Which team are you?
Seeds of Crisia.
Ah, the new one. Excellent. Well, I'm the captain of the guard. My name's Unga. I'll make sure that they are aware of how you helped us. I don't suppose you guys know what the hell that thing was. And why did it not? How did it get through? How could it just be fine?
Thordas just sort of tries to see if there's like any of like the people that are not like trying to do medical training. It's like, I don't think we have any idea what that creature is.
Well, a creature coming here and getting through the barrier and just being fine is alarming. I hope you trackers can figure it out. In the meantime, I'll make sure I tell the appropriate people to be, and the surrounding settlements to be on guard. But
Thordas just sort of just like really thinks for a second. Would it be possible for us to stay in the more fancier inn for the rest of the night? Because we're currently staying in best.
Yes,
beds.
Thordas.
I don't know. After that here, I need something a bit more comfortable to sleep in.
I can't authorize that, unfortunately. I'd have to speak to the noble in charge. Maybe for tomorrow. We kind of need to do damage control. Unless you,
Yeah.
People have died.
Yes. I know. Sorry. Yes. No. Understandable. Forget I asked.
But we won't forget.
Last I get Thordas, good job.
But thank you. We won't need your help for any of this. You can go about your business. But thank you for helping.
Thordas will nod, and then we'll sort of just go back to meet the others.
Yeah. So you will sort of, and I suppose Agata would be here helping. She's got cure wounds as well, so she'll sort of help as you two are doing it. Cure woundsing the people, and they obviously get back up. They're a little bit worse for wear. Some have lost limbs and lives, but the ones that are sort of able to move, get back to their business and sort of help take away the people that can't walk by themselves because they're heavily injured, or like say if they're dead,
Is there
taking them
anyone
away.
that's still conscious but can't be saved? Like too severe even for the healing?
Well, you're healing. Well, probably. I mean, the thing is that people who have lost limbs and stuff, like obviously you're because I don't think it doesn't close wounds, right? The healing.
Right.
So obviously they are just going to continue bleeding out. But then obviously they've brought medics are coming and joining the scene anyway, and they're sort of getting back. They're trying to sort of stop the bleeding, bandage up and stuff, because obviously once the thing came in, they knew they had to be on standby.
Anyone
Sorry, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say anyone that Sebastian thinks could go.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna sit with them and continuously use my bardic inspiration to just inspire them to keep fighting to stay awake.
Okay. I would say that probably saves about 2 extra people, for sure. Which obviously the medics are thanking you for quite, and obviously they are, quite a lot. So, yeah.
I also just spent a bardic inspiration on a couple medics, just like,
You are doing a great job. You have the healing powers of the natural planet we are on. I was about to say Earth, but that is very incorrect.
Yeah.
You are
The- they-
natural healers of Crisia.
Yeah. They'll be saying like thank you, but obviously rushed because they've got a shit ton
yeah,
to do. But they are thanking you and it's giving them extra vigor to, carry on. But yeah. What do you guys
So
wanna
when
do?
I got hit, is there any sort of like leftover cold residue on where I've been attacked, or is there like nothing there to show that I've taken any sort of extra funky damage?
Probably not. I mean, your body is like naturally warm, so obviously there would have been like a bit of frost, but because you haven't got any clothing to freeze, and your body just generally runs quite warm anyway, like I think it would have just melted.
Okay.
Did you cover your body in ash?
Yeah. Well, I just
Yeah.
assumed you were dark skinned. I didn't know it was like ash covered.
I would presume that he sort of covers himself in ash, just sort of like try and have like a extra sort of defensive layer from the heat.
Okay, so I suppose some of the ash would be like frozen, and have fallen off, because obviously frozen ash just crumples. So you'll probably see some little bits.
Flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Thordas would pick him up and then would look at the others and be like, should we take this to the Tracker Emporium? So then let them know what happened here and let them investigate to see what on earth this creature was.
You have to report it, right?
Definitely needs to be reported to the trackers, yes.
Catching on to Thordas's thinking, I'm just gonna start like pulling on Hrugguhl's fur on his leg.
Hrugguhl's still going around trying to like help the medics win it however he can.
Okay, well I'll just be like,
That is a very good point, Thordas.
and I start looking around and scanning. Can I see any like feathers or anything that could have been dropped by the creature through its?
Do they bleed from the thorn whip?
Did they bleed? Anything that would have landed on the floor?
I think because you know Thordas didn't really hit it. You did a thorn whip, granted, but that probably would have hit its leg on the way up, which there isn't actually any feathers on.
The guards
Still
were presumably
blood, right?
attacking it.
The bards were trying, but they weren't like landing any blows. Roll me investigation if you're looking for feathers.
Probably not.
You have a helpful subroutine.
Muchas gracias, amigo.
I'll take the helpful subroutine. What's the helpful
D4.
subroutine? D4. Well, starts 21 with an extra one. That's 22.
Okay. Yep. I'll say you'll get one of the sort of the more bluish feathers. That would have fallen off one of its wings when it landed.
Okay, alright, so I'll
It takes you a while to find it, but you do find it.
scan around and just come out of the dirt and stuff. And just,
I got it!
I look around at the situation, just be like, I should not be this happy. Recoil down. And walk
It is obviously very-
solemnly back over to my Padres.
It's obviously very cold to the touch. Like if you were to put your tongue against it, it'd probably freeze on it. You know, that kind of cold.
How big is this feather? 'Cause it's a gargantuan creature.
It's a gargantuan creature, so it's probably what? That big? Like that big-ish? About the size of someone's head? Like, you know. It's a pretty big feather. Especially because on the tip
Half
of the
the
wings
size,
as
half the size of Sebastian. Then
He'd be carrying
Yeah,
it like
you could use it like a
sword.
great sword, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like
Yeah.
a massive sword for him.
I've got it, fellas. It's fine.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna
Should take this to the Tracking Emporium. Then.
or it'll be shut this time. But yeah, you can do it in the morning.
In the morning.
I look over at Thordus and I just say,
I overheard what you were saying, Thordas, but I thank you for trying. It was a great effort.
To tell you the truth, I definitely kind of would have liked a more comfier bed, but they're right. They have to focus on other things.
Even if we get the voucher for another time. Good work.
Yes, as long as they put the good word in. Oh, then he sort of just takes another like deep breath. I was so close to going down.
It's a good thing he did. It's a good thing he didn't. It didn't land on the church.
Yes.
But yeah, so obviously, like this, basically this, like this whole section here. So, like all of this is basically just crumpled rubble now, which unfortunately does, yeah, like I said, include your information kiosk that you was at before. Luckily, you didn't hit the bank. Yeah. So what did you do? Did you go back to bed, or are you gonna do anything else around town?
Hrugguhl's just going to stay up trying to help the medics for as long as there's people around.
I mean, that will pretty much end up
Thordas is
being
going back to sleep. He needs his rest.
I will say, obviously, if you don't then go back, if you're going to do that, you won't get your long rest. If you're going to start, I was going to let you carry on your long rest, even though you've had a fight. But if you stay out here and help them all night, because it's going to take all night, you won't get your long rest.
I'll stay up. I'm maxed out. Should I be?
Because you stayed, you were up to about 3:30ish, so you would have got. I could say you got a short rest, enough to not get exhaustion, basically.
Perfect.
You just wouldn't be able to. Obviously, nothing would be recharged or whatever. But if you've got enough,
Sebastian would put a hand on like Hrugguhl and just sort of say,
Here we go. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah, I'm expecting you to spend all your slots
No.
doing this. By the way.
Oh yeah, I've spent all my slots.
Yeah.
I pause and think for a moment. No, you're right. There are other people who also need help. If that's what this contract is for. They need help too. I finish up the person who I'm currently helping, and then leave.
Then yeah, you end up then going back to your glorious inn, and you are able to sleep the rest of the night without incident. So you can press the long rest button.
huzzah.
I was on 4 HP.
I just burned all my bardic inspiration.
That was one attack.
Helping people.
That was one attack.
Yeah.
The next you hit the next morning.
You're all woken to the sound of the bird pipes.
No, you're awoken. Just fine. There's nothing. Nothing bad happens. So yeah, you wake up. So the question is, what do you want to do?
Should we take a look and see how they're doing?
Let's see if there are any more people we can help.
If you guys want to do that, I can take the feather and the little bit of ash to the Emporium to see if they can deliver it to the guild.
Astra, perhaps you and Thordas go do that, and we will see who else we can help.
Sure.
Hand over the feather.
I'll delicately hold it.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, you pinch it between your fingers while I
Yeah.
hand it with my 2 hands.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll do you three first. So you obviously go back to the center of the town of city. Obviously the rubble is still there. They're kind of starting to clear it now. Now that they've got daylight to do it. Obviously all the injured people have moved out the way. They're starting to clean up all the blood. But yeah, the effort now is to just clear the rubble, because obviously these were houses, so people that were there sleeping for the night have obviously been crushed. So they're trying to sort of clear the rubble, clear any bodies that are underneath. So that's what's happening right now. Are you just going to help them clear the rubble, or?
Yes.
Seems like the best shout. Or heal people.
And there won't be really anyone to heal, because they're either crushed, because it was a gargantuan creature. So if someone was in there, they wouldn't have been injured; they'd be dead, basically. So it's more of a matter of
We're moving bodies.
you're trying to figure out like who was in there, kind of thing, and trying to obviously clear the mess, because obviously they can't rebuild the houses unless the rubble is cleared. So that's what they're kind of trying to do at the moment.
What was this area comprised of other than the information kiosk? Just residential?
Just residential. Yeah.
Okay.
Just residential.
Hrugguhl will just go around and see if there's anybody. See if there's anybody alive. Anyone sort of trapped and alive.
Oh yeah, you can do. I'll tell you now, there isn't any, but you obviously
Sure.
do.
I spend the
you
time
do-
looking.
There are like families, and so it's not. Yeah, it's not a pretty picture, that's for sure. So depending on how you guys stomach that. Back at the Tracker Emporium, yeah, you get there. You meet Gerver again. So she kind of, welcome. Didn't expect to see you guys here so soon.
Were you aware of the attack that happened last night?
I mean, everyone. It's pretty hard to miss.
We have some things that we want to messaged, emailed, I don't know what it is.
Shared.
Do that. We've got some things from the creature itself and a little bit of my ash that when I took a hit that I think the guild might be interested in to help figure out what this is and how on earth it somehow got through this magic thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you hand it
As I then
over.
pretty much put down the feather and the pile of like frozen ash.
Blimey. I heard it was big, but if it's got a feather this size.
It can pack a punch.
That's big.
She almost like fans herself with the feather a little bit. Feels good. But yeah, she'll sort of take it away back into the back office and her back room. Right, I'll send that to to Tracker HQ. The guild itself wouldn't do it, but I'll send it back to Tracker HQ. They can analyze it. They've got people that are, good at that kind of thing. But thanks. That's going to prove, I'm sure, will prove helpful.
I know Sebastian will probably try and make sure they know that the Seeds of Crisia were the ones that handed it in, and if we can somehow gain that information, whatever they figure out, if we can get that information back, that would be great.
I'll let them know. Yes. Yes. In the meantime, is there anything else I can help you with? Is there any other items that you want? And obviously, when you look around the room, you'll find that the stock has changed.
What is there at the moment?
So, there are, oddly enough, a lot of focuses. There's spellcasting focus. So you got a druidic focus, an arcane a druidic focus, that's like a sprig of mistletoe. An orb, that's an arcane focus. A quarterstaff, that's used as a druid focus. You've got a vial of antitoxin. You've got a signal whistle, which basically, if you use the utilize action, it makes a sound that basically can be heard over 600 feet away. There's elven chain mail. Basically, when you wear this, you gain 1 extra AC, and you're basically considered proficient with that, even if you're not proficient in chainmail. Something called a staff of and the elven chainmail is 9,000 gold. I probably shouldn't even bother reading these to you.
Not really.
No,
I'm not surprised they got 9,000 gold right here.
yeah, exactly. So there's a common item which is only 35 gold, which is called a staff of adornment. Basically, it's like a staff, and what you can do, you can put a tiny object weighing no more than a pound at the tip of it, and it will float and orbit it. You can either have them spin in place or turn or whatever, and you can have up to 3 objects on there, basically.
Fidget spinners.
Yeah. Literally, you probably could. Yeah. There's an uncommon magic item which is 350 gold. So I don't know if you want me to bother reading that to you, but it's called the Dust of Disappearance. But I don't know whether you want me to read that, because I don't think 350 gold's within your thing.
Quite
so I won't.
interesting though to know what it does. A dust of disappearance.
Okay.
I'm curious.
It
basically,
disappears.
Yeah. So
What?
basically, you throw basically it's like a little bag with obviously the dust inside. You throw it into the air. You and every creature and object within basically a 10-foot emanation, so a 10-foot radius, becomes invisible for 2d4 minutes. But you only get to use it once, and then there's not enough dust left. If the people that are invisible attacks or cast a spell, they're not invisible anymore. Basically. Okay. But it basically every creature. So if you somehow pack like 20 people within 10 feet radius of you, they would all. But I know. But that's what I'm saying. Basically, basically anything that's in the 10-foot emanation will turn invisible when you use this thing.
Nothing interests Thordas there. Nothing interesting. So it's up to you, Astra. If there's anything.
No. No. Not wasting our funds on this.
Oh,
No, that's fair. Some days are better than others.
Interesting all the same.
We thank it for our time, and then we go back to meet up with the others.
Okay. So yeah, you'll meet them in the middle of town, middle to the city, just clearing rubble. What would you like to do?
Just a little flavour thing. Scratch is humming a solemn tune while clearing rubble.
It somehow still feels inappropriate. Another flavour thing. I'm going to pick up a rock from the rubble. I'm going to add it to my inventory.
Sure.
Thanks.
So, are we going to stay here and keep on helping, or are we gonna carry on with our bounty?
We are on a time limit in a sense.
Yeah,
Another person needs help.
agreed.
Is there anything else we feel we can do here in a short amount of time?
I will point out you've not visited the smith or the apothecary if you wanted to visit any one of those places, in case you wanted gear or potions.
How much did we say the horses were again?
It's 100 deposit. It's 100 gold as a deposit, and then I think I said it was. I want to say it was like 10 gold
Per day.
per day.
And that's until you put them into another stable.
10
not
gold.
necessarily the
Yes.
stables.
Yes, yeah. 10 gold a day, yeah. So it's 10 gold a day. So yeah, if you take 3 days or whatever it is, then it'll be 30 gold when you give it into. It's like an Oyster card almost, you know. Yeah, it'll register when you go, and then when you come back, and so when you check the horse and cart back in, it will go. Okay, but yeah, you get, and then obviously if there's no damage to the horse or cart, you get the 100 gold back. And I think I said the horses and stuff was like down here, down near the south of town.
Yeah, it's by the entrance. I think we've helped all we can for what we can do. It's in our power for now. We got a bounty we gotta go help on ourselves, so just get back
Yeah.
on the road, I guess.
Horses or walking?
Better be fast.
How much faster is horses?
So basically, with the draft horses, because that's what this thing is pulled by, I believe it's like double the speed.
So was it Takan, isn't it? So
Yes. So yeah, basically, if you're going at normal speed with the draft horses, so you like normal pace, it is double basically. You are going double the distance because obviously they're like 60 feet of movement.
And we will not be exhausted if a fight comes about.
Because was it? It's 48 hours.
Yes.
By
so
foot.
by my yes. So
And
basically,
then it'll be
if
24
you were,
hours, so it's 3 days.
yeah, so it's 24
travel.
hours. Yeah, which is obviously pretty good. Yeah. So I think I had on foot it'll basically take you 6 days, and by foot it'll take you. By foot it's 6 days. By horse and cart it'll be 3 days. Which unless you decide you want to push it hard, which you could do. You can
There was
make it
no
go at a fast
timeline on
pace.
the bounty.
Well, we don't know that.
Maybe
I'm
maybe
asked.
make it 2 days. Maybe we could push the horse to be to do it in 2 days.
If you push the horse, based on my calculations, you will be if you push it the entire time, you'll get there in 2 days.
Right, what does that do to the horse?
Nothing, but you'll get disadvantage to perception, survival, and stealth.
While we're traveling.
While traveling, you would get disadvantage to all those things.
We're taking
Which-
main roads.
Which whether you just there's no main roads,
Mm.
but yeah, the question is whether like especially stealth and perception. well,
stealthing.
because
We're
You're not stealthing,
at the moment.
But basically, like the way this would end up working is you are very things would notice you more.
Yeah, but we'd be noticeable with a horse and cart anyway.
True. And obviously, disadvantage to perception will mean you won't. If something does come for you, it'll be harder for you to see them coming. But yeah, it's up to you. You can push it if you want. They're not going to charge you more for that unless you get the horse injured.
Yeah, let's risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can if you're going to go straight to the stables, they will. I'm not going to go through it all, but yeah, they will ask for the 100 gold deposit.
I don't want to go to the stables. Can I meet you guys at the gates?
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry. Yeah.
Good.
I'll leave you back over there.
Thanks. Just
Can I
some
tail Agata?
unfinished business. I'd actually
Can I
sneak.
tail Agata?
If you want to, you can roll a stealth check to see if you can get by without Agata seeing you.
Oh, let's see. Let's see how I do. I definitely want to follow her.
Mhm.
That's a 5 on stealth, though. She's very aware I'm there.
She's fully aware that you're there. Whether she does anything about it, that's up to you.
Uh,
You know that Sebastian's following you. and he's trying to
Keep
be
up. You might learn
I-
something.
I just unknowingly start like whistling,
Yeah,
and then I look
you're
up and I'm
doing
like,
the solid
"Oh,
hum.
damn it."
Yeah.
Should say, at least walk with me so I can hear you better.
See, yes, I was just trying to catch up.
You guys go ahead with the horse stuff.
So yeah, the horse stuff. Again, be
Okay.
pretty business affair, right? So, they'll be expecting you to pay them 100 gold. So, if you can do that out of the thing. At which point they will bring out a cart with 2 draft horses, and the cart is covered, so you can have people on there. And I think I said that. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'll remind you: there is no driver, so one of you will have to drive this thing.
That's fine. I think either me, Astra, or Hrugguhl would be capable.
Whoever's got the better animal handling, I guess.
Yeah, we'll trade places, so we get a rest each.
Yeah, I mean that's baked into like you can only travel 8 hours, a day that
Okay.
you would be swapping over, giving the horse time to rest. Have whatever, and they will give you feed. Enough for. I mean, I think you because you're obviously telling them that you're going to go to Khan, so they'll give you sort of 3 days worth of feed for the horses, because that's roughly how long it takes. Might give you 4 actually, just in case, but they'll give you enough feed for them, food and water, so they can, they'll be all right. And then they explain the rules to you as I've done to you now. So and they'll bring that out. They bring that out here for you, so you can get on it, set up, do what you want. So, and again, it's very much like standard wagon. It's more like it's all enclosed wood though, so rather than like a cloth thing, it's more enclosed, like the stagecoaches, like the highwayman stuff, so it's like more of an enclosed thing, and then you've got like a bench that a person sits on to ride the various horses, the 2 horses. So you guys are fine with that. So Agata and Sebastian.
Okay. This area here, is this an alleyway?
Yes.
Is it busy?
No, because a lot of people are busy with the rubble. So anyone like who would be cleaning is doing that instead.
Okay. Could you describe this church to me?
The outside of the church itself is what you would imagine a church to be. Probably a much more fancier one, like almost cathedral-like. Stone walls, stained glass windows. That's all you can tell from the outside.
That's all I needed. Where are the entrances? Presumably here and here.
Just at the bottom. So here.
Just at the bottom, just there. And the exit of the town is here.
Is here, yeah.
These people mean
here.
you no harm.
Okay, so is there a stained glass window here?
There? Yes, but obviously they are quite high up. They're not like ground level.
Okay, how many people are around?
I mean, here quite a lot, right?
Quite a lot.
Because obviously everyone is here clearing up. So, if you're basically at the front or this side, if you're here or here. Oh, how do I do the thing again? I can't remember. Base, isn't it? Oh, whatever. Basically, if you're down here or down here, you're going to be seen.
Okay, let's be sensible. Do we have any on this wall?
Yes.
Any windows? Don't necessarily have to be stained glass, but I prefer if they were.
Yeah, they've got, they're like 4 or 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Agata,
Sebastian,
I'm here.
help me out here.
Agata. Nobody in this church means you harm.
So I want to toss a rock at one of the stained glass windows and then
Mi amiga.
take off as
please.
fast as possible down this way and meet the rest at the gates.
Okay. So obviously, you doing that will cause commotion indoors.
Yeah.
And you'll hear people
Oh,
shouting.
I don't need to. No check.
I mean, you'll do it. I mean, it's pretty. It's
Excellent.
Not, they're big windows. So
I'll take the
that's
rock
fine.
out of my inventory.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're basically trying to get around back into the front, right?
So we were. Well, I'm just
What path
wanting
what
to
path
get.
are you
Oh God.
What path you planning on taking? Because obviously, you know, at the loud crash, people are already on edge.
Oh, this... How do I get a line like this? I was thinking this way, and then this way, and then down and out this way.
Okay. Can you roll me? I mean, it's going to have to be stealth, really, realistically, because you're trying to get away, you know, from it.
Okay. I was picturing running as fast as we could, but
Well,
stealth is
but
fine.
surely you're trying to do it without being to know that it's you.
You
Right.
might start to run, but you'll slow down and try to get more casual.
I suppose,
Further
yeah,
you
we'd
get.
probably run up until
And be
here.
like nonchalant about it. Like,
Oh, is
you
this
know?
the scale?
Can I
Yeah.
sideline a performance check to say how, or even a deception check to make it look like I'm?
Well, it depends
not
how you're doing
involved
this, right?
whatsoever?
If you're trying to walk away, like nothing, it's got nothing to do
Like
with
I've
you.
got
Then
nothing, not involved.
then I would say like performance or deception. But because you are running,
Oh no, Agata's running.
I would run,
Sebastian's
yeah.
just going.
okay, then yeah, you can do performance or deception. Probably performance actually, because no one's questioning you.
Yeah, fair point.
So yeah, you can do performance, and then Agata will have to do.
Athletics?
Not really, because you're not pushing or pulling or
God, I've
doing
got
anything,
+7.
climbing. This is stealth because you're trying to.
So stealth, okay.
Yeah, you're trying to basically not. You're trying to get away without anyone knowing it was you, right? That I'm assuming that's the point.
More just trying to get away as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, don't think you're saying you don't care if they knew it was you, because as long as you get out the city fast.
Just getting out of the city, yeah. Just getting out of the city boundaries is the idea.
I guess that is kind of athletics to an extent. But you could
Yeah.
argue it in a few different ways.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
We'll go
what?
with. I'm happy to go with that.
It's like a 200-foot run.
Yeah.
Round.
Go on then. Roll athletics.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You'll also be dodging people as well, because they're like,
Yeah,
"Why are you
or
running?"
bowling through them, yeah.
Yeah, or falling through them.
I think as I pass people, I'd just
13.
be like, I saw something happen over there. They ran that
Yep.
way. Terrible.
Yeah. So,
Thanks for the assist.
yeah. So basically, you do start running through. You'll probably find that the guards are sort of running more towards the church. So, but it's because of timing wise, you'll actually be here by the time they've already gone past, as it were. So you're able to sort of circumvent them, quite convincingly. So you are fine.
And out of the city.
Well, obviously you're going to see them with a horse and cart.
I'll just
So
dive into the cart.
If you're, yeah, because I say unless you
I'd
bolt out.
literally be like,
What else going on?
get in the cart. We'll talk about it on the road.
What's
Who's driving?
cars going everywhere? What's going on?
Whoever gets to it first, either me or.
Yeah, we'll chop and change. I don't think it matters. We're both basically on the front, and we'll just take it in turns.
Okay. So you're both going to be sitting up top.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
important. Okay. So yeah, you will leave the town or the
The
city.
minute
Sorry.
I'm in that cart, I get to, what the fuck?
It's a public service. That creature
it's
clearly
fucking
missed its mark.
You and I are going to have a very long discussion.
I don't think she'll react just yet to making Sebastian angry. But yeah, if we can have a long discussion, certainly.
So, next time on Tracas of Crisia, will anyone figure out that it was Agata that broke that window? How long will this place take to recover from the devastation? What the hell was that creature, and why was it okay? Let's find out on Tracas of Crisia.